Okay, Will Ferrell and the amazing Danny McBride star in Land of the Lost, where Danny McBride completely outshines Will Ferrell in this role, because it's definitely Will Ferrell's worst movie, and I actually like some of the stuff. I think it's actually some genuine comedy, and it's, some of the better PG-13 comedies, but his last couple really haven't been that good. Now I'm going to compare this movie, to the other movies I really didn't like this summer, using metaphors or similes or whatever you want to call it, starting with X-Men Origins Wolverine. X-Men was like getting slapped in the face by a film, because they had so much to work with story and they just didn't do anything with it. I'm not going to get into that. It's not a review of an X-Men. Okay, next, Dance Flick. How do I describe this movie? It's like someone taking your arm, pulling it behind your back, twisting it, making you scream. This movie sucks, but at least it's not Jason Freeberg and Aaron Seltzer. Now, Land of the Lost. Land of the Lost was like an hour and 40 minutes of people getting in line and repeatedly kicking you in the balls. What really annoyed me about this movie is that there was some good parts. Most of them were the Danny McBride parts and the grumpy dinosaur parts. Dinosaur's name. And I don't think they did Chaka all that well. I think they did pretty just stupidly and slapstickily. I don't even know if that's not even a word. But still. Okay, and the plot was so undeveloped with something they had a lot to work with from the 70s TV show, and they just spend so much time making dumb jokes. Will Ferrell doing that same voice he does all the time, doing those sarcastic, not sarcastic, but just like trying to sound smart and just, the same Will Ferrell jokes that just aren't funny anymore because he's progressively just not funny. He's losing, the charm that he had in his first couple movies, which were actually pretty good, and I think he's almost better of a in dramatic films like Stranger Than Fiction than he is working with comedic material anymore. But really, some of the humor just falls so far flat. Just some of the jokes are just fails after fails. Really, I mean, I think it was the only movie where I just really was sitting there wanting to laugh at a joke, but I just couldn't. I mean, I think it actually has more failed jokes than Dance Flick, because it attempted joke after joke every 5 minutes. I mean, there's all these Will Ferrell, these food jokes, and they just got stupid after a while. Not even the funny kind of stupid that he does well, just to point where it just didn't advance the plot. I'm gonna be honest, there's literally 3 minutes of them trying to advance the plot, and it's just really, everything just happened to work out really well for them. I mean, this is one of the tricks or the plot advancements. He's like, oh no, I lost the machine. We can never do anything now because I've lost the machine. Wait, no, I'm getting a reading of it. It's there. No, it's everywhere. I can find it. How convenient. You can track. There was no explanation how he could track it, what he was doing. It was just conveniently there to move the plot along somewhat. And then there was this twist that I'm not going to go into because I don't even know if you would call it a spoiler. It was just dumb. And there was this, Ron guy. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but he's this red guy. And, the first time you see him, it's like a hologram of him, and I thought he was like a red lizard Hitler or something, giving a speech. That's what he was like. It was just so dumb, and it was so rushed. That was the thing. It was so rushed. They had this thing in the end where they're all trying to torture them or trying to capture them or something. I don't even know what it was, and just trying to advance the plot, but it was so rushed. It was 2 minutes. It wasn't even 2 minutes. It was 20 seconds of them trying to explain who the villain was and everything, and it was just, I was like, that's what you call a plot line? I guess that was a subplot, but but I'm not gonna be that harsh in it, because there was some funny jokes in there that were mostly delivered by Danny McBride, who really just does a great job here. Will Ferrell has one or two that I actually thought were pretty funny, that I actually laughed out loud at. One of the also the dumbest things I thought I saw in this movie was when they tried to involve a love story. They had the girl, I don't feel like going to look up her name right now. They had the girl go up to Grumpy the dinosaur and start yelling at him, and yelling, and then try to involving this love story about, and her getting all sad, and how it's trying to put them together, and it was so unnecessary, and so undeveloped that it just wasn't needed. And it really, I think that was one of the things that ruined the movie, was because it just, and there was no development at all with any of the characters. I don't know, they really could have done such a better job here than they did, and the only reason I actually somewhat liked it was because of Danny McBride. If it wasn't because of Danny McBride, I probably would have killed myself during this movie. Alright, take it back, people. I'm not really suicidal. Okay, but I think my ticket is going to haunt me. I don't think I should throw it away. I might get pissed off, but I think it's going to haunt me. Literally give me nightmares. The black imprinting that says $10.50 on it. $10.50 is going to haunt me. Like, why did you spend me on this movie? Like, it really... I'm sorry, guys. I really just feel bad knocking on this movie, because I was looking forward to it so much. I really wanted to laugh and wanted to like it. And you know what I would have enjoyed so much more if they did literally a solo movie with just Danny McBride, Chaka, and Grumpy. Danny McBride goes into the Land of the Lost, and he's just there alone, being funny, because it would have been a lot better. And I don't even think they would have needed a plot. They would just be Danny McBride being awesome. Didn't even call it the Land of the Lost, because it would have been that would have been funny, and I think I would have liked it a lot more. Third point, seriously, you gotta show Danny McBride from. I mentioned him way too much. Just call him Dan now. Danny McBride too many times in this review. You gotta show him some love for saving this movie somewhat, because I was gonna give it a 2 out of 10 because of him. I'm raising it, and because of some of the. Seriously, the random dumb scenes that didn't have plot were better than the ones that actually tried to, give you some substance. But so I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 10. I really don't see any need to see it. If you fan the series, I think you'll be disappointed. But anyway, guys, you could have fun with this movie. Probably see The Hangover. I heard it was good, so I don't know. See you guys. 4 out of 10.